Hey everybody, it's Eliza. Today I just wanted to share some thoughts that I've been really pondering over during this time of quarantine. And a big verse, a big chapter that has constantly come to mind is Ecclesiastes 3. So I'm going to read just verses 1 through 8 if you want to join me. If not, just take a deep breath, relax, and listen. For everything there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up what is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to seek, a time to lose, a time to keep, a time to cast away, a time to tear, a time to sow, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak, a time to love, a time to hate, and a time for war, and a time of peace. And that is one verse I have in a picture frame at my home that I constantly see as I'm teaching and working from home and being behind the camera instead of being with my children at school that I'm so used to seeing every day and adjusting. But it's really hard living in a space where you feel like you don't know what's going to happen, where your head knows that God can do anything, but your heart is heavy because it's not what you hoped for. And I constantly thought over what I was going to say today, and it came 3 things that I want to share with you that I've kind of been pondering over, like I said. The first thing is God often works in the unseen. Just because we can't see it or feel it doesn't mean that he's doing nothing. Second, is there something that God has been prompting you to do that you've been resisting or delaying? Ask for the grace of God and the courage to take that step today. And the one who obeys God's instructions today will be able to be able to more clearly discern the direction for tomorrow. And the third thing is, don't take what feels like a lack of intervention as a sign of his lack of affection. Look for ways that God is showing you his assurance of his love. His deep affection is all around you. And another thing that I constantly have just been in my devotions and in my time where I'm just sitting alone, maybe having iced coffee or whatnot every day, I just thought that you can always trust a known God with an unknown future. And no one knows their future, whether it's a pandemic or not. But we always know that God is in control and that he knows exactly what's going to happen. And so it's for us to continue to be the church. That's it.